have no idea what to expect out of doing a live stream like this on my main channel. My apologies. The heater is on in the background. It will turn off. We have not yet unboxed this, but we do have some devices to compare it to size-wise. We're not going to go deep into like performance comparisons or anything like that, but we are going to take a look at the device here. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And we're just going to use our key here. Hopefully the sound is somewhat decent. Now I do have a Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, so we're going to do some, I guess, size comparisons to that as well. From what I know, the device is slightly larger, but people say it's almost imperceivable when you are... Oh, that was a nice case. Okay. And we got a single screen protector. I saw some people got a screen protector with their order without having to order one, but I guess because I ordered one, they think that that won't get by me. But anyway, nothing much to look at there packaging wise. Let's go ahead and slide this bad boy. Let's see here. Not sure if you're in the chat here, can you please comment and see if I can see it? I'm not really sure how it's going to pop up on the screen here. Anyway, how does this thing come out here? Oh, it's got a little tab here. Some people joining in. I just cut my finger there. Oh, that's kind of cool. A little bit of a magnet there. Now, I did get the black version of this because just so it's easier for me to differentiate one device from the next, because I did actually prefer, you know, this color scheme of my previous unit. So, but this one's gonna look cool as well. Just a simple black. Now, right off the bat, I feel that it is more dense. This one feels a lot lighter, kind of more of a hollow feeling. Not in a bad way, because it's the lighter a device is, the better it is for. Oh, there's the other screen protector. Okay, so it did actually come with two. I wish it would have said that when I pre-ordered it that it would come with one. Okay, there goes the heater. So apologies for that. Comes with a decent cable and the user manual, which is probably borderline worthless. Let's go ahead and unsheath this. Ooh, hey, okay. So the texture, and you can hear it. The texture is, whoa, okay. The texture is way better. The device feels a lot more solid than the 3. The buttons on the right here feel a lot better as well, and they feel more shallow. Are they actually more shallow? Yes, they are a bit more shallow, and they feel a little bit wider and flatter. These kind of feel like they have more of a concave feel to them. They're really defined in the button presses, but this kind of feels a little more traditional, like what you'd find on a larger controller, like a PS3, PS4, PS5 controller. The D-pad feels the same. No, actually it doesn't. It feels, so the D-pad feels like it has less travel, like when you press the button, and it's a bit stiffer. Like it's a little bit more effort to press the button than the 3 Plus here. The analog sticks on the 3 Plus feel far inferior. There's a smoothness to this analog stick that is not present on this one. Like you can almost feel, you can feel like these analog sticks a little bit more gritty. There's a little bit more granularity to it, and you can almost feel the play in the sticks, even when you're just moving them around like this, not like going up to down, but just like moving in a circle. You can kind of feel the play. And these, they feel butter smooth. They feel much taller too. There's a lot more range. I do like the shape a little bit better too, that there's concave rather than the convex. Um, See, it's and yeah, they do stick up more prominently as well, which is probably not good for pocketability. But ooh, yeah, the L3 and R3 feel really solid as well, really good. Okay, I don't like that. Yeah, the new R1 and L1 buttons feel uh they're much louder. First of all, they're much louder, and they don't feel bad. But like when you're playing this in bed or when you're playing this like next to someone, that's going to be an issue. I will say that the R2 and L2 feel a lot better. Also, they're analog compared to a faux analog. Like it looks like it would be analog, but it's actually a button, like a long travel button, which is not good. So I prefer the L1 and R1 on the Retroid 3 Plus so far. Um, and I do prefer the D-pad on the 3 Plus as well. Okay, the front buttons feel good. No complaints there. There are no side buttons this time around. Only the power button and the volume rocker. And I believe there should be a. Oh yeah, there's the home button. Yeah, so up here is a power and then volume right here. So before this used to be start and select up here. The power button was up here, and then that was home on the side, and this is volume on the left. So like sometimes if you're playing in bed, you would hit the volume button with your palm of your hand, kind of if you hold it a certain way. So that will not happen anymore. The device doesn't feel that much thicker. It is thicker by a bit, but again, almost imperceivable. I will say that the speakers being further out might be a bad thing because of how you hold it. Your palm kind of. Oh, maybe they're actually using that to make it to where your palm reflects it into your face. But it seems like that might cover it up for some people. Having the speakers a little bit more inset on the three, kind of makes more sense because you have clearance for your hand there. Um, so that's kind of interesting that they moved it further outward. Maybe they had to. You got the SD card slot in the same spot, and the headphone jack is in a slightly different spot. It's just on the left side of the Type C port instead of the right. Yeah, this feels considerably cheaper feeling than the new 4 Pro. The texture though of the plastic, it feels like the plastic feels thicker in your hand, and it feels grippier. Like it's hard to explain without actually just feeling it yourself. But got some ventilation there, got a little fan in there. Let's go ahead and turn this beast on, and yeah, you'll notice that there's some texture on the. Ooh, the haptic feedback feels a lot better too. The actual vibration, the rumbles inside feel more prominent on this device than the 3 Plus. So that's interesting. Um, if y'all are commenting, I cannot hear or I cannot see it. I don't know if okay, there was the comment for a second there. It doesn't seem to stay on the screen when I select the comments. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. I apologize. If anyone's asking any questions, I apologize. I will answer questions on once the video is live as a video, like an actual video in my my feed. Let's get rid of this here. Okay, English. We will just go ahead and skip this for now, just to kind of see if there's anything different. I don't. Okay, this is not going to let me download these probably. Oh, they got Dolphin for handheld now. I don't know what Dig is. DuckStation is PlayStation 1. I don't know what that is. Flycast is Dreamcast. Nintendo 64. PSP. Redream is also Dreamcast. And that's PlayStation 2. And okay, I didn't see GameCube on. Oh wait, Dolphin was GameCube. Okay, I didn't see any SNES on here, but we'll figure that out later. So I guess it doesn't need internet. It's just that's weird. It's already installed. So we have two choices between the launchers here. Looks like we could do like an Android layout, which I'm going to choose the Android layout because I I'm just more familiar with it. It's kind of cool. You have a choice now. Complete. Oh, well, that was easy. Wow, that was way quicker than the last setup, from what I remember. The screen, from what I know, is exactly the same as the. Okay, that's super dim here. Oops. The screen's exactly the same. Like you notice, like there's a little bit of ghosting when I move things quick. Same thing here. There's still ghosting, which is annoying, but it's whatever. Some size comparisons here. Actually, let me see the case before we move on. This is the case that I got with it for pre-ordering it. Oh, it's actually pretty nice. A little screen cover there. A place for cables, I guess. Let's see how it fits in there. Oh, wow. Not too loose in there. Let's go ahead and see if the 3 fits in there. Of course it will. Actually, the 3 is a little bit loose in there. That's odd. I guess it is a little bit more shallow of a device. Okay, this is the Loki Zero. It's a much larger handheld. This is actually a handheld PC. For just about $50 more, you can get one of these. But obviously, it's far less pocketable. But the controls feel just like a regular controller, like in your hands. It doesn't feel like a microcontroller like this. Not saying that these aren't comfortable to play, but long term, obviously, you won't want to play a small device. Like this is good for playing, 2-3 hours max. I wouldn't say max, but comfortably. This would be like, if you want to play like a whole session. But unfortunately, the battery life on this thing is probably about the same or inferior to this. Here's also a RG Nano for size comparison. So this is one of the smallest handheld devices on the market. This plays up to PlayStation 1 games. A really cool handheld. I take this to work sometimes in my little top pocket on my pants, and fits in there perfectly. And I don't know if I can't really show you. Maybe I can show you. I don't know if you can see this, but hopefully you can see this. Whoop, gone, right? So if you want to do that, you can. Hopefully you were able to see that. I don't know. And this is an iPhone 14. So for size comparison, that's probably the most easily identifiable object here. And yeah, feels pretty good. Now, this device also has, as you can see, mini HDMI. So you can actually connect this to a TV with that, with keeping your USB-C port free. So kind of extra functionality, and I believe that the regular version of this, the standard version of this, does not have that feature, from what I remember. And also on the 3, oddly enough, this is the 3 Plus, so this one also had that feature. But because Retroid this time around, they didn't want to cause any conflict with customers buying a 3 and then having the 3 Plus come out like a few months later, several months later. They just released both the Pro version and the standard version all in one go. So it's kind of smart of them to do that because they didn't want any backlash. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to play games on the stream because I don't want to download anything right now. Actually, you know what? I wonder if... No, never mind. That won't work because that's set up for that. I was gonna see if I can play some games from this. But anyway, if you have any questions, I wish I could see the damn chat here. It's really frustrating to not be able to read the chat. I don't know why it's not popping up on the screen. I've tried to push the button multiple times. It just will not stay on the screen for more than like a half a second. But when this video goes live, I will answer whatever comments come up. So feel free to ask away, and I will also be doing some future content on this, some testing, and if you're interested, please let me know in the comment section if you have any requests or anything like that. Like I could maybe do some of those. I'm not sure if I want to get into that, but yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this first look at the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, and I'm very impressed with the feel of the device. It feels much more like a product from a company, a manufacturer that knows what they're doing, if that makes sense. Like this felt like a little bit more of a sophomore attempt, and this feels like, maybe a junior or a senior attempt. Yeah. Only thing being that I don't like the R1 and L1, how loud they are. I don't know if you can hear how loud that is compared to. These are a little bit lower pitch sounding. Honestly, these were already too loud to play next to someone in bed, and then these are even louder. But luckily, R1 or R2 and L2 are no longer clicky, loud buttons. Anyway, have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future live stream or video. See y'all.